Let's make some marinara sauce, but let's make it so that we can use it for canned pizza sauce. Because I've been so busy out doing other projects, I have quite neglected my garden. So I went out and harvested what I could. We're gonna work with it. Let's get going. First up, plug in your slow crock pot. And then let's get to washing. Now we're gonna go through, we're gonna wash all of the tomatoes, making sure we get all of the dirt off of them because it's dusty out there. And then I'll show you what we do. So here's where things are gonna get really technical. So listen really closely because we might get lost. We're gonna take a tomato, we're gonna core it, we're gonna cut it in quarters, and we're gonna dump it in the slow cooker. That's it. And if you really wanna get technical, that's all we're gonna do. We're not going to peel them. We're not going to de-seed them. I'm not into that. Let's just keep moving. We are going to cut any bad parts away. So if you run across a bad part, throw it in your chicken bucket. Y'all know we have a chicken bucket. Chickens are gonna love me. Now we have a neighbor friend that has a really nice garden, and he has been testing tomatoes, different tomatoes, to see which grows best in our area. So he's trying really interesting, very different tomatoes. And I've been enjoying the selection that he's been having, but I really want to stick to my tried and true favorites next year, which is Moscovich and beefsteak. And I have a list of tomatoes that I've grown here in the Pacific Northwest along the coast that are just absolutely superb. One of them was created for colder climates by the Oregon State University, and it just does phenomenal here. I need to pull the name of it up. And I think next year I'm going to stick with my favorite tried and true varieties. I knew I would remember Big League. Big League tomato is an amazing tomato for the Pacific Northwest along the coastline. Okay, I've got a couple more, and then I'm going to get some onions and some garlic, and we're gonna throw it in there. There you go. I just opened my refrigerator vegetable drawer, you know, and I'm like, oh, I think I'm gonna put these leftover tomatoes, and I'm gonna chop that onion and put it in also. Just rough chop. What do you think? How much of this? Half of this? I think I'll just put half. There we go. And we'll chop that in also. And then we're gonna put in some garlic, however much you like. And we're gonna turn it on high and let it cook for 5-6 hours maybe, and then we'll turn it on low and let it cook until it's finished. But I will be turning it off overnight. It looks amazing. Cook away, baby, cook away. Then I'm going back out into the garden. I have blackberry bushes that are teasing me, and I'm going to win. Okay, let me catch you up to what we are doing now. This marinara sauce was in here for 5 hours, and then it was on low, keeping it warm. Now it's the next day, and I am pureeing it up, and then I'm going to boil it until it's the consistency that I like. So here we go. You know what time it is. It's time to fill the jars. Yep, it's time to fill the jars. 1-inch head space. I'm processing them in half wide mouth pints because to me, that is going to be the best way for a single pizza. So I'm going to get to filling these and then I'll be back with you. Okay, now I'm going to tell you a little secret. Sometimes when I'm in a really big hurry, I use my Presto electric digital canner. It works good. It's not my favorite, and mainly because it's not my favorite. So I'm using that. I'm going to clean the kitchen, then I'm going to go out and pull blackberries. So there you go. Now we'll be back. It is that time. It's the time to release all the rings, check and make sure they all seal. I do have one in the fridge that didn't have space in the canner. Because the canner is smaller, you can't fit a full canner load in. And then we're going to talk figures. This stuff makes your whole house smell amazing. Absolutely amazing. They all sealed, except for the one in the fridge because I didn't put that one through. So I have 2, 4, 6, 8 jars. Let's talk. So here's the deal. The only thing I paid for was that half of an onion. and the garlic. It was well under $1, plus a little bit of spices. I added a little bit of Italian seasoning to it. And each jar, the whole thing was under $1. Each jar is under 13 cents. So 13 cents for a jar of marinara sauce. I boiled it down so that it was a good consistency, 1, to lay on pizza if I wanted to, but 2, to also use as a pasta sauce, because it just would be divine as a pasta sauce. And that literally, it just is amazing. So there you go. Now you know what I know. Don't forget to label. I do need to label. And I need to find a box. And I'm really hungry for pizza now. I really want pizza now. I got more tomatoes coming, so I need to figure out what to do with those. You know me, nothing will go to waste. You guys have a great day out there.